No.
You get to tell me if Michael's any good.
All these songs in my head. Just gotta get them out.
You wanna stay alive, better do what you can. So beat it, just beat it. I love you. Don't stop till you get enough. People, when the phone goes.
I'm just getting started.
I said you wanna be starting something.
There's no one like you.
Got to be starting something.
This is what I was put on earth to do.
And mother always told me.
I knew you were different the moment you were born. You let your light shine into the world.
Hey, the feeling too, like my love.
You are the greatest of all time.
She just sick girl, women, I'm the one. I'm the one.
Well, I don't know.
You're gonna say it depends
So
on
for
what you
me-
want out of it. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, this kind of just falls into the same, and that you're probably not going to be shocked by this, but this falls into the same kind of category of Bohemian Rhapsody, where I mean, there's check boxes that it's definitely you could probably play bingo with this one too, but the big difference between like this and like when I watched the
can't
Bob
imagine-
Marley One Love one is I like the music here,
Fair.
right?
I was
So
gonna
like
say,
this the scenes
I
where
can't
it just
imagine he
evolves
did,
to the scenes where it just evolves to him like writing the music or him performing the songs. I like the songs, so
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it,
I was gonna
right?
say I can't imagine he cheats on his wife or does drugs though.
No,
No, I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I didn't think so. I know that he eventually develops
They
a
do,
drug
they
problem,
do,
but
they do the part where his, well, because obviously he's in incredible amounts of pain.
Yeah.
I could see how one could develop a drug
yeah,
from that.
that's how he wound
But,
up. That's how he died. He died of propofol overdose, and that was because of the painkillers he did from the setting his hair on fire.
Yeah, the setting the hair thing is in this movie.
Yeah, it's at the end though, isn't it?
The last half an hour-ish,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think.
They don't
give or
do any
take.
of the juicy shit. That I've heard.
It ends with he's just starting the Bad World Tour.
Do you get to see
From the
white Michael Jackson
1980s.
in this?
No, but they do start having like in when he's performing with his brothers for the last time, he's got a glove on.
So this ends around the 100th anniversary of Motown performance.
The Bad World Tour in the
Okay.
late 1980s.
Because there was a point in real life where it was like the first time they had performed. It's a very iconic clip of I think it was like the Motown whatever anniversary.
The one that he did with his brothers was supposed to be their I think they called it the Victory Tour.
Okay. I just know that there's a period where he came back and he's in that in between being full white Michael Jackson and still kind of black Michael Jackson, and it's really fun because they do the spin and there's a point where he the big deal he came back, so I guess this ends around that period.
All I know is that adult him is played by his nephew Jafar
Yes, it is.
Jackson, and kid him is played by Giuliano Valdi.
But he never gets to full white Michael Jackson, is what you're saying.
No,
Interesting. That's interesting.
you don't see him
Do you
as
think
white
because they
at any
keep
point.
they keep
Like
talking,
he's wearing the glove, but like he doesn't take off the glove. You don't see a white hand or anything.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
he's
When I
still
say-
just.
when I say white Michael Jackson though, I mean like later in life with the nose and the way he looked when he died.
Well, I mean, he gets a nose job in this movie.
Oh,
so
okay, interesting. So he gets as
he
far
does
as
that. He does that pretty early on.
Oh, interesting. Because when he did, they don't really care about us. He was, or like when he's in Men in Black 2. To me, that's white Michael Jackson. Like that's,
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't look. He doesn't look like
He
that.
doesn't get that far. Okay, because there is an in between period where he's not quite black. He still has his normal nose and chin. He's not quite, or no, he still has his normal chin, but there's a period in like the '90s or whatever where he's like mid transitioning between being black Michael Jackson from the '80s and like white Michael Jackson of the 2000s.
I feel like what you're saying is offensive, by the way.
I don't know how else to describe it. That's what it's like. You want me to call him Freak Michael Jackson? You know, when he looked all weird.
I get what you're saying. I just mean the implication of white versus he would say he was always black. So
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but you get my point.
I do.
It's just a differentiated different era of Michael Jackson.
Golden era. I would describe it as golden era versus silver era or
Silver
something
era,
like that. But
silver
I
era.
get what your point
But
is.
like, yeah,
Um,
do you think though if they made it because they keep talking about doing a sequel to this, which there's no way you could do a sequel to this. But do you think that they would put him in prosthetics? The guy who's playing him currently to make him.
I know what you mean. Maybe to
And
make it feel more
would it be
like him.
offensive? Would it be offensive if he did?
Uh, Maybe I don't know. I'm not the right person to ask.
That's my thing. It's like I don't think that they could do late in life Michael, because like yeah, like would be interesting to explore his
I
death
think if you
and like
did,
his relationship to
you'd
Dr.
either.
Murray. And
I think if you did, you'd maybe would have to like what you okay. What you could do, um, artistically, what you could do is you could have like one scene. For example, one scene where like he's looking at himself in the mirror and like the it's like not a real mirror in reality, but like in the movie it's a mirror, and on the one side of the glass you see him as he is in like in this movie.
all right,
And then on the other side you have like played by a completely different actor. You have like what he looks like after it's all happened, and then that's the only time you see that version of him, and the rest of the
I
movie
don't
it's
think you
just
could get away with
that's
that.
that's how he sees
I
himself.
think you're gonna have to find a way to make him look like he does, because like yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of people
I'm
took.
just saying artistically, I think that's the only way you could do it.
Yeah, I think you have to either you put him in prosthetics or you hire someone who you can maybe with makeup look like it. But I think you have to make him look the way he becomes if you're gonna do a sequel to this. I like
I
I
agree, but like I
to
said,
be
the
fair,
way that
he
I
was
said,
supposed to be in this. Like
the way that I said is the only way I think that you could adequately sidestep it.
sensitively do it, yeah, but they would never. Yeah, but to be
No, they would
fair,
never do it that way. But I'm just
but
saying,
the thing is like,
you asked me like how would like then that's one way you could do it.
but what was I gonna say? There's so much shit in his later life that is controversial or interesting or like you don't
Yeah,
have
but
to do
this
the,
one is also like made by the family or
you don't,
whatever,
but
so they don't want to touch on that
but you don't
stuff.
have to do the Neverland stuff. You don't have to do the child course. I know that people
I mean, they
want them
kind
to.
of loosely touch on that a little bit in this, where after the at least in my opinion, it feels like it is because like it sounds crazy, but like after he has the whole burning of the hair thing or whatever, there's a part in this movie where he's in the hospital with I don't remember who it is, but somebody, and he starts talking like he's like, I understand now. My purpose is greater than da 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 da. My purpose is to put good out on this earth,
Oh,
and da da
interesting.
da da da, and like he's talking again. To me, he sounds crazy.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
So that's how he became the weird version of Michael Jackson. That's the origin of that.
that's kind of what this movie seems to
Interesting.
like be
But like
implying.
you've got shit like again in terms of his life that like kind of went off the rails. Like you've got the him dangling the kid over the balcony. You get his relationship to Dr. Murray. Like you could do a sequel to this, skip over all of the child molestation stuff. Ooh, that sounds bad. But you could just skip over that and just make the next one have it be. You could do an hour and a half, 2 hour movie of its
You could, but you'd have a lot of people who are upset.
do a where it's based on the last like year or two of his life and make it be about the This Is Us
Era.
era, and then you can still have it be a musical. You can have musical numbers, and then you can do flashbacks to earlier eras, and it could be like I say, like a an almost not an Orson Welles, but oh my gosh, what's the word? Orson Welles played the character Rosebud.
Casablanca.
Not Casablanca.
Opum. Magnum Opum.
Oh my god, that's gonna bug me now. Rosebud. Famous Orson Welles movie, greatest movie of all time.
Casablanca.
Not Casablanca. So you already said Casablanca. Now I need to Google this because it's gonna bug me. Um, Orson Welles. Oh, it's like right there too. I can feel it. Citizen Kane. Do a Citizen Kane thing where it's like the framing device is him in the last like years of his life with Dr. Murray. Because yeah, his relationship to Dr. Murray. Dr. Murray went to Dr. Murray is the guy who gave him the propofol and who ultimately, legally speaking, killed him. Not enough has been spoken of about how that happened and his abuse of Michael Jackson and their relationship, because it gets so overshadowed by, rightfully so, about any potential misgivings about children. But like that relationship was fucked, and that would be an interesting movie, but it wouldn't be fun. Like that's the thing is like. The rest of his life isn't fun. It isn't full of fun and whimsy. He's got at best, he's got at best like 10 years left, 5 years left from that.
I mean,
point.
I would argue most of his life wasn't fun after
No,
watching this.
but more I mean like musically speaking, where if you're gonna do a musical in terms of performance or musical numbers. He doesn't really have any. He's got "They Don't Care About Us," and I think at that point.
No, this pretty much covers the hits.
Did he do? Do they do "They Don't Care About Us" in this one?
I don't know about that. But
I don't think they do anything from black and white. I'm positive they don't do anything from black and white.
Yeah, but who cares about black or white? That's not where most of the hits are.
No, but that's the era. No, he had a ton of hits from black and white. Black and white was a huge hit. But like
I don't know that one. I know Billie Jean and I know all the ones that were in this movie.
Yeah, he has an album that comes after this. Like all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Or there's there's a bunch of songs from this era, but there's nothing. You're right. There's nothing that's as big or larger than life as Thriller post this movie. So like if you're gonna do a sequel to this and make it a musical. He doesn't really have a ton of triumphant moments from this moment on, in my opinion. None that I can think of anyway. Like all of the shit is from the Thriller era. Yeah, I suspect it's the kind of movie where if you want to see a faithfully recreated version of the Thriller music video, then that's going to be for you. And there are people who did that, and this movie made a shit ton of money. But like, what are you going to do for the next one? How do you make a sequel to this? Like,
I don't know, but looking at this box office, they will.
Oh, it's huge. They're talking about it, but like again,
it had a budget between 155 to 200 million.
They cut out
its box office was 977.4 million.
I saw a bunch of people who said this feels like half a movie, and that's because it is half a movie because they cut out apparently a huge. We talked about it multiple times on the show about how they changed the second and third act because it involved the victim. It involved his victims, so they rewrote huge chunks of it. So like the next movie is all that. It's all of his controversies because he got controversial from this point on. So like. What are you going to do? Another jukebox musical, and in between it, he's in court for child molestation charges. Like, what do you do for a sequel? Like, what do you do for a second one? Like, again, I don't know, but even more than this one, it will not make anyone happy. Like, even more than this one did, and this one already didn't make people happy. Like, nobody was happy about this movie. Like, the only people who were happy about this movie were die hard Michael Jackson fans who were like overly forgiving.
I mean, I just find it funny that there was an end card or whatever, which just says
Michael Jackson
his story continues.
Yeah, of course it does.
Both being like, oh, maybe there's a sequel, and also just his life kept going on.
But like, also a lot of these biopics are not like his is the one where we're really sensitive about him looking like a bad person for some reason, and I saw
because even though there was the suspicion and all that of him being a pedophile, he still has a really large fan base. So like they don't want to piss off the people that don't believe that he did that.
It's truly remarkable about how there is currently a generation of kids. Like when we were kids, to me, Donald Trump is kind of similar in the way that when we were kids, it was culturally understood that he touched them kids. Like it was
Michael Jackson, you mean?
Yeah, Michael Jackson. He touched them kids. It was just known. It was just a thing that was culturally accepted. Every comedy had a joke about every movie had a joke about Michael Jackson touching kids. So South Park. Joke about Michael Jackson touching kids. Like, it was just a widely accepted thing. And there's an entire generation of kids who, because that's not been there, they don't think that. All they know is the music, and all they know is the good part of his character. They don't know the all that stuff, because it's not as in his face as their face as it was for us, and I find that fascinating.
Yeah. So I'm sure you'll watch this at some point.
It wasn't bad, is what you're saying, but it wasn't good.
I don't know. Again, depends. Do you, I mean,
Did you like watching Coleman Domingo beat the crap out of some kids for?
It didn't necessarily pass the phone test, but there's also large swaths of it where they're just doing Thriller.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those ones where
I like
bad
Thriller,
because he had
I like
dad.
the music.
Like, yeah.
I don't even know that. I don't even know that I would necessarily say that this one makes him look like the bad guy. It mostly just his dad is. This movie has a clear cut villain, and
no, I was gonna say no. This movie looks like it makes Michael look like a victim.
Well, yeah, him and his siblings and his family,
and then it uses the fact that he was a victim to like attempt to excuse later behavior, but it doesn't, because it cuts out all the controversial shit. Because it wants
this really just. I mean,
safe.
I know it's biographical, but I would almost. I don't know how to put this into words. It is based on a real person, but
based on a real person is what you want to say.
Based on a real person.
Based on a real person. Really emphasize the based on. Yes, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this feels like a movie version of Michael
with all
Michael
the
Jackson.
drama and all the edges and everything that made him human stripped away. It just turns him into a
sanded, not stripped away necessarily, but rounded over.
Sanded, yeah. That's one of the things I appreciate about Ray. Was always like, no, that movie makes it very clear Ray Charles was a bad guy. He was not a nice guy. Like, I'd much rather that. I'd much rather a movie approach these people honestly and be like, no, he was a guy. He was a human who had human wants and desires and selfish impulses, instead of being like, yeah, he's just a dancing puppet in a suit that just makes pretty sounding music. It's boring. It's not interesting.
But I don't know. Maybe you'll have different feelings about
Perhaps.
it.
It's
That's
hard.
Michael.
It's hard because you're right. When you like the music, you tend to look past the thing's faults when you're like, oh yeah, I like Thriller. Hey there, everybody. It's N-Card Justin here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think that Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic, if that is the safest movie of all time? Or, do you think there's a little danger in there? Or what do you think just generally? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this is from our musicians episode, you click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Have a good day.